This is mixed voice. And this. And so is this. All these mixed voice examples sound different, right? That is because mixed voice isn't just one particular sound. It's an umbrella of sounds. After watching this lesson, you'll know exactly what mixed voice is, how to find it, and how to train it. My name is Daria. Welcome to Sing It to the World. Let's get straight into it. First of all, let's define mixed voice. Mixed voice is a vocal register, and it's called mixed voice for a reason. It's a blend of chest voice and head voice. Chest voice is the voice that I'm speaking with right now. It's this strong, loud sound. And head voice is that kind of light voice. It's got brightness to it and lightness to it. So mixed voice has the best of both worlds. It's got strength of chest voice and brightness of head voice. Before we actually find mixed voice in your voice, let's have a look at approximate ranges when it comes to female and male voices and mixed voice. So for female singers, I would say mixed voice range is around A4 to F5, with A4 to C5 being little range where mixed voice starts developing. C5 to E5, I would say this is your strong kind of mixed belt range. And on and above E5, F5, we're going to get a slightly more head dominant mix, although it's still going to be quite strong. However, mixed voice can start a bit earlier. It really depends on your voice, and also go a bit higher. But an overall range for female singers, I would say, is A4 to F5. For male voices, we're looking at a mixed voice range from C4 to C5, where you start developing your mixed voice around C4 to E4. You can start belting around F4 to C5, I would say. Can be a little higher, can be a little lower depending on your voice, but C4 to C5 is a good range for male singers for their mixed voice. And these are your approximate note ranges, but something that we need to remember is that mixed voice is not defined by a note. It's defined by muscle coordination behind it, which is what we're going to talk about today. Let me show you an example of what mixed voice sounds like, and we're actually going to take a note that can be sung in all three registers, so your chest voice, your mixed voice, your head voice, so that you can really hear the difference, but the pitch isn't going to change. We're going to take B4, quite high up in your chest range if you're a female singer. However, it's going to demonstrate what I'm trying to teach you today very well, so check this out. We're going to do it on the sound yay. Yeah is your chest belt. Now let's do it in head voice. Yeah! Lovely. And now let me show you how to do it in mixed voice. Same note, remember, pitch doesn't change. Yeah is your mixed voice. So between yeah and yeah, can you hear the difference? Can you hear how much more forward mixed voice is comparing to head voice? That is the main difference between head voice and mixed voice. Head voice, yeah, feels much taller, doesn't it? And mixed voice, yeah, feels much more forward, much more cut through. With mixed voice and its resonance, we're kind of aiming towards your cheekbones and your front teeth right here. Think of these places when you sing in your mixed voice. Yeah! As opposed to head voice. Yeah! It's a lot taller, isn't it? It's not right here. That is the main difference. Now that I've shown you an example of mixed voice, one of the mixed voice sounds we can have across the whole umbrella of it. Still keep that in mind, yeah? We're gonna come to that. Let's find it in your voice. If you're new to mixed voice, it's really important to start finding it from your head voice as opposed to from your chest voice, because from your chest voice you are literally going to be just pulling chest voice up, and it's just never a good idea. It might bring fatigue and strain and ultimately no mixed voice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start in your head voice, and we're gonna use my favorite sound for it. It's called gee gee gee. Let's do it together, okay? So my girls, we're gonna start on B4, and my guys, we're going to start on B3, just down an octave. Now let's give it a try. So, gee, 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 your head voice, try this for me. Think tall. Gee, gee, gee. Show yourself, yeah? Use gestures. Gee, Very nice. Now, our goal is to go from this tall feeling, we're going to move it to the front. So that's the first thing we're going to do, okay? There's going to be another thing I'll need you to do in a minute. So check this out. Moved it into mixed voice. Lovely. What may have happened when you try to find mixed voice for the first time is just too breathy and you're like, I can't hear any difference between head voice and mixed voice. So the second thing I need you to do, I need you to layer that feeling, yeah, tall to the front, up, forward, with a little bit of vocal support. So I need you to tense your tummy a little bit, okay? So just do this for me. Get your knuckles here for me. Yeah? Can you feel your abs tensing when you push your knuckles together? Obviously, don't hurt yourself, just a little bit. Yeah? Can you feel a bit of tension here? Now, remember this tension, okay? Remember this feeling. It shouldn't be exhausting. It shouldn't be like you're trying too hard. No, just a good amount of sort of tension, and that tension is your power. That's what gives you that power, right? So I'll need you to start gradually adding a little bit of tension here in your abs as you move the sound forward. Okay, let's do it. So, very nice. And once again for luck, remember, tall forward. Focus that sound right here in your front teeth. Make sure you use your vocal support. Gradually bring it in. Tense, tense, tense a little bit, not crazily. And that's your mixed voice. So what did we do here? What are we doing with this? Why do we need knuckles and support? Because we are increasing the amount of vocal fold closure. How much your vocal folds are coming together to make a sound, to make it stronger, to make it louder. That is what mixed voice has from chest voice world, yeah, from the world of strength. And that kind of bright sound that's lengthened a bit, yeah, think of that, because your vocal folds stretch in head voice. So we want that flexibility in mixed voice to get all those high notes healthily, but we also want a bit of strength. It's not going to be like chest voice. It's not going to be this full-on sort of vocal fold closure like this. No, but we need some of it, yeah, to make sure that there's strength there and it's not breathy. There's your mixed voice, a bit of chest, a bit of head. Together we have mixed voice. Let's go back to the 3 mixed voice examples I played for you in the beginning of this lesson. And they don't sound the same, do they? That's because, like I said, mixed voice is not just one sound. It's a spectrum. It's an umbrella of sounds. Now, within that umbrella of sounds, let's say the mixed voice that we were doing just now on a gi sits right in the middle of it, okay? It sits right in the middle. However, there is Heady mixed, which is lighter, more head dominant. And there's Chesty mix, which is stronger, which is more chest dominant. The more vocal fold closure and density we add, the chestier it will sound. But what's really important is it's all forward. It's all right here. It's all behind your front teeth. It's all focused right here in your cheekbones. It's basically forward placement. Now let's get into the specific examples. So let's start with Heady, light mix. And here we've got Harry Styles, As It Was. And that is not actually a very obvious mixed voice. You may even argue it's head voice, and I completely actually would see that as well. However, it's just slightly more forward than head voice. So let's listen to this again and just listen to how much more forward that example is. So you go, you know, G sharp 4 to A4, you know. Now, for guys as well, it will sound a bit different. So when I do it, it will sound a bit different. But what I need you to focus on is the texture of the sound. So where does it sit? Where does it sound like it sits? Is it tall? You know. You know. There's a bit more gee sort of thing going on. However, it is a lot headier, okay? It's not a chesty mix, is it? It's not even like a mid sort of mix that we did on a gee. It's slightly headier, it's slightly lighter than that. So a lot of it is just a listening game. It's about training your ears to really recognize that mix. And actually, some of you might say, well, Daria, that just sounds like head voice. Do you know what? It actually really does sound heady, doesn't it? It's very head dominant, and I see that as well. But there is that little layer of forward sort of placement that's just a tiny bit brighter. Listen to it once again. Listen how forward that is. You know, na na, gigi, you know. Let's say that was 30 to 70 kind of mix where you've got 70% of head voice, it's very head dominant, and you've got 30% of chest voice. And these numbers are great to use for just understanding, isn't it? So you've got 70% head, because it's proper head dominant, it's very light. And then you've got that little bit of strength there as well, that forward placement that cuts through, yeah? That's your chest voice side of it, and that's 30%. Now let's have a look at a more balanced mix, let's say. And as an example, we've got Beautiful Things by Benson, Boone. It's slightly higher as well. It's E5, which is actually really high up for a male voice. But like I said earlier, it really depends on the voice. And that mix has got a lot more strength, but I wouldn't say it's a mixed belt. Have a listen for me. We're looking for a bit more strength than in Harry Styles' example. So we're looking at 50% of head, 50% of chest. Check this out. That note has got a lot of strength. It's louder than Harry Styles' example, isn't it? It's louder, it's got more strength behind it, but there's still a lot of forward placement cut through sort of sound. And this is how we know it's like kind of a good balanced mixed voice. Brilliant. Listen to it again for me. See if you can really hear it. That no note. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. We've got quite a lot of strength here in Benson Boone example, yeah? But there's also still head voice that's light as well. So it's 50-50, but it's definitely not as it was Harry Styles, is it? It's not head dominant by far. It's kind of like we're moving towards the middle of the spectrum now. Okay, so now let's talk about mixed voice belts. How exciting. I've got Golden from KPop Demon Hunters for you as an example today. I taught the song here on Sing It to the World. Please go ahead and check it out after this lesson. Now this song has got both chesty mix belts and it's got heady mix belts as well. I would call them belts also on heady mix because they're very, very strong. However, they're thinner, so they are head dominant. Check my lesson out, I talk about it in great detail. But now let's focus on the chesty mix example from this song. So let's have a listen to it. What we're looking for here is more strength. So remember, we're moving, yeah, across the spectrum. We had head dominant, we had mid sort of mix, and now we're looking at chesty sort of mix. Very strong, very loud, very powerful, however, not pulled chest voice. Check this out. So we're going up, up, up. F5, E5, D5. That we going up. Listen to how loud that is, how strong that sounds. Listen once again for me. Can you hear it? So we had Harry Styles as it was, head dominant mix, 100%. Doesn't have this much strength, does it? No. Now we had Benson Boone, Beautiful Things, kind of in the middle. Has more strength, but there's also head voice in there, yeah? So it's in the middle of the spectrum. And then we have strong, chesty mix, Golden, KPop Demon Hunters, mixed belt on F5, E5, D5. That's evidently a lot louder, a lot stronger, a lot more cut through. However, it still has lots of brightness. It still sits right here. It's not tall, is it? No. And it's not there. It's not pulling your chest voice up, is it? It sounds really lovely, but strong as well. Very cut through. So this is your difference within that spectrum that we're talking about here. This is why mixed voice cannot be just one sound. But what brings all of these mixed voice sounds that we talked about together is that cut through placement. Mixed voice resonance that sits right here in your cheekbones, right here at the front of your teeth. This is where we're kind of focusing the sound. This is exactly what brings all of these mixed voice sounds, mixed voice examples that we talked about today together. So let's sum up what we've learned so far. The chestier and louder and stronger your mixed voice sounds, the more density and vocal fold closure, the amount of vocal fold closure is present. But if the resonance stays forward and your vocal folds are still stretched, like in head voice, you're still mixing. Now that you've heard the whole umbrella of mixed voice sounds, let's talk about how to train it. The most important thing you can do for a strong, developed mixed voice is to have a strong, developed head voice. When you're in head voice, your vocal folds stretch, and that lengthening of the vocal folds is exactly what we need when it comes to mixed voice. We are lengthening the vocal folds instead of holding on to that mass of chest voice. Head voice really helps you build that stability in the upper register of your voice, which is essential for your mix. I'm going to give you 3 exercises that will help you strengthen your head voice. Your first exercise is an octave ooh. It's a very basic exercise that works wonders for your head voice. It strengthens it so much, and all you need to do is just this. Ooh. The goal here is not to sound loud. The goal here is to sound balanced, is to let go of that ooh kind of really chesty, thick mass, loud sort of sound. That's our goal. We want to let go of that. Into head voice we go, Turn the volume down as well. Just make sure it's consistent and keep moving up your head voice. Keep it light and keep it stable. That's what we need to do with this exercise. Now you also want to explore your forward placement, and the gee sound, it's my favorite, is a great way to do so. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do a simple 5-note scale going down on a gee. That's very heady, isn't it? Now, as you sing that, I need you to start moving that sound forward. So, what are we going to do? We're going to add a bit of support to it, That's your mixed voice. Beautiful. Focus your sound here. And then you can go You can start in your head voice, and as you're moving down the scale, switch into your mixed voice, and then see if with time you can start with your mixed voice. The point is to keep that stretch of head voice and add a bit more clarity, a bit more strength with your chestier side of mix, where you are adding a bit of vocal fold closure with your knuckles, with your support here, and keeping it very forward, right at the front of your teeth. And the third exercise is more of an awareness sort of exercise that really trains your ears and your understanding of mixed voice. And that is the exercise I already kind of showed you earlier today. It's when I sang one note but 3 different ways, so in 3 different registers. The only thing I'd say with this one is don't go too high up. It needs to be a comfortable note that's in your chest voice. So for example, G4, very comfortable, slightly lower, but it will be interesting to see how your voice will react and how your mixed voice will resurface. Let's have a look. So, yay, for example, head voice, yay, lovely, mixed voice, yay, very nice. So this is how you do it. And then you go, yay, chest, yay, head, yay, mixed. And you can experiment with headier mix, chestier mix. So for example, A4, yay, yay, headier mix, more head dominant. Remember Harry Styles, Now let's make it a bit more chestier. Yay, much louder, Yay, a lot stronger. So these are your ways to do it, and remember that you're controlling everything with your support as well. That's a big part of it. If you want it strong, that's really, really important. And this kind of exercise where you try a note in 3 different registers really teaches you about the difference in vocal fold mass and coordination, and teaches you to control it instead of forcing it. Now let's talk about how to unlock mixed belt in your voice. Something to remember is that mixed belt is a strengthened mixed voice. It's not a pulled up chest voice. Remember that we must keep that head voice stretch whilst adding intensity to the sound. What I suggest you do here to make it easier and to make it more accessible is to add vocal cry to it. Vocal cry really helps you maintain that stretch without gripping, without forcing the sound. Now we're gonna try another exercise together. That's gonna be mixed belt plus vocal cry. And what I'm gonna teach you today for this mixed belt section of our lesson is the technique I absolutely love. It's called levels. And I teach it to my students all the time. It's a brilliant sort of resonance map for you. It's something you can really rely on when learning how to mixed belt. Imagine that your face is divided into 3 levels. This is your level 1. Think of it as chest voice. Grounded sort of feeling. Level 2, around your nose, around your cheekbones here. A bit brighter, a bit higher. And level 3, much brighter, much higher, a lot more cut through. As we progress in this exercise we're gonna do, I want you to start on level 1. Don't overthink it, okay? It's purely a visualization thing. It just helps you really imagine where your voice is going. It's not actually going anywhere, but this is like a resonance map. Level 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna start on level 1, then I'll need you to move to level 2, and I'll need you to move to level 3. I need you to remember that I don't want you squeezing like this and pulling your chest voice up. And I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I've been there. I really know and understand. However, I really need you to tune into those levels thing we're talking about, okay? I need you to use your support, very important. I need you to breathe with your ribs and your abdomen as opposed to with your shoulders up, okay? So, there. Pop your hands here and again. Just let it expand a bit. And once again for luck. Lovely. So this is how I need you to breathe. I need you to take a breath and lock that in. Don't let it go. Don't go, no. And lock that in. The exercise is called No/Now. And if you enjoy this exercise, you can get the track for it in my secret warm-up vault that you get access to as soon as you sign up to my email newsletter. All the information is in the description below. Let's have a look together. And I need you to first of all have a look at what I am doing, okay? Just have a listen and really listen to how I'm letting go of that chest voice and how I'm adding more stretch to my vocal folds as I move up the levels. We're gonna add vocal cry to it here. No, give it a go for me. No. We're crying about it, like properly crying about it. Now, is your exercise. So, no. Level 1 to level 2. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Listen again. Very grounded, very chesty. Level 1. Level 2. A little bit brighter actually. A bit more forward. What's going on there? It's level 2. That's what's going on. Check this out. No. Hear it? Hear it? Good. Now let me go a bit higher so you can really hear how we're starting to mixed belt on a higher note. So C4, C5. I'm gonna start adding more mixed into it. Look at me shifting the levels. No. Can you hear that we went from here and it's actually higher than the previous example, right? It feels higher on the placement. It's like in between level 2 and 3. Do you see what I mean? Listen again. No. See what I mean? So we maintain that length. We maintain the strength as well, but it's not as chesty as where we started, is it? No. And that's how you listen. You train your ears to be like, oh, okay, level 1. Okay, level 2. Oh, cool, level 3. Do you see what I mean? Now let's try level 3. And this is going to be a mixed belt right at the top there. Have a listen for me. I'm going to start D4, end up on D5. That's your prime mixed belt area. Check this out. No. That's your mixed belt. Very high. Oh yeah, it's high up. But it's completely effortless. Why? Because we're not pulling your chest voice up. We're letting go of that thick mass of chest voice and we're belting with more stretch there. Do you see what I mean? But my support is there. My support is strong. Don't forget about your knuckles. It needs to be strong. You need to make sure that you let it go into level 3. And please listen up how I'm going from here to there to there. Check this out again. No, 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 no! How cool is mixed voice? Honestly, how cool is mixed voice? So, you've got this track, exactly this, and it goes up to F5. And I show you how to sing it in the track as well. So go ahead, subscribe to my email newsletter. You're gonna get vocal tips from me every week, and you're gonna get like 40 plus vocal warm-ups plus this one. You just need to sign up. That's it. Do you see what I mean about the levels? How cool is it? That simple sort of visualization practice. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Okay? 1, 2, 3. That's all you need. But you really need to tap into it. Don't give up easily. We're not giving up. We're not giving up. You can do it. You can, because if I can do it, then you can. Absolutely 100% you can do it. So give it a go for me. Don't give up. Make sure you develop your head voice. That's so important. And in my secret warm-up vault, there's so many head voice exercises. It's all laid out for you. All you need to do is just show up. That's all you need to do. I've done the whole structure for you. So make sure to sign up. Let's sum up. When you're first starting to learn about mixed voice, don't go from your chest voice up into your mixed voice. Don't go into mixed belt straight away, basically. Let yourself build it slowly. Strengthen your head voice and then try going from head voice into your mixed voice. That is a much better route, and it gives you understanding of how mixed voice works on a whole spectrum of it. And I can't stress this enough, you absolutely have to train your head voice. You have to make sure that your head voice is strong so that your mixed voice is also strong and stable. We need to prioritize vocal fold stretch, which is your head voice, before we prioritize power, which is your chest voice. And of course, as you develop your head voice, try to bring it forward into the mixed, but it's important to develop your head voice, and then you bring it into the mix with the gee sound that I showed you earlier in this lesson. As you add intensity, so the knuckles, the vocal support, a little bit of tension here in your abs, you need to maintain that stretch, and we're adding closure with it, not pressure. We're adding vocal fold closure, tiny bit of awareness, a bit of groundedness and power. Pay very close attention to sensation and how your mixed voice feels. It should never feel heavy or forced. It should feel focused and bright. And of course, there should never be any tension or pain or strain. If there is, you need to reset and have a look at your vocal technique again. Remember that chest voice alone does not create a stable, strong mixed voice. Coordination does. A mixture of registers does. This is why it's called mixed voice, because you need that head voice in it. It's very, very important. So spend as much time, if not more, developing head voice as you do chest voice. And don't rush this process. This is muscle coordination we're talking about here. It takes time. If your head voice isn't strong yet, it's not a weakness. It's just your next step. Master that head voice stretch first, then build power on top of it. I'll see you next time.